Ain't no love in the heart of the city. Ain't no love in the heart of the pretty.
Double dino and a micro prepper.
Hey guys, welcome to Belly Hanging, the climbing podcast by your two favourite dudes. One who's not rude, and the other, he's pretty rude.
And crude.
and crude. And I approve of you. My name.
Go through you.
He's Danko Henry Winterbear.
He's Peter.
Peter
Of Richard.
of the Richards clan.
Yeah.
How are you doing,
Pete?
Oh! We
We're
have
having a great time.
No.
No.
Now,
How are
let's
you,
all say-
Peter?
Wouldn't it be insane if we both talked at exactly the same time for the entire podcast?
No, we've been doing it quite a lot recently.
We have. Actually, we have
You
been doing
keep
it quite a lot.
finishing
My sand holes.
Late night lonely time. You finished me well, boy.
Jesus. Yeah, Dan, I'm okay. I'm doing all right. How are you?
Really good. I had a friend who talked about, I won't take what type of work he did, but mostly men, dark, small, confined spaces, and this hand would reach in the middle of the night if you wanted to.
Yeah? Okay. What are you talking about?
Just this.
Just a friend you had?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're talking about finishing my sandwiches and stuff.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like, they would finish your sandwiches
Yes.
in the middle of the night. You had no idea it was. The ghost handshake.
I don't quite know where to go.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's climbing, isn't it?
It's about climbing, right?
Yeah, but it's like social climbing.
Okay. So that's what we do. We climb.
Yeah.
Okay. So what have you been climbing recently?
A few types of rocks.
Few types.
Plastic rocks, non-plastic rocks.
I've been climbing a lot of plastic rocks recently.
I forget. I
Yeah.
genuinely, every time we sit down, I forget what I've done.
Yeah. It's just our lifestyles at the minute.
There was this little funny moment we were climbing indoors today.
Yeah.
And like lovely people, they're helping you because you're failing on things.
Yeah.
So I was on this purple, which just means like a medium level climb in the hangar.
Yeah.
And this is like, we've been climbing for a lot of hours.
Yes.
Probably more hours than we were allowed to.
But yeah,
just
we had a
kept-
big session.
And we just kept going.
Just kept going.
And then someone's really nice. He's
We're
trying
bad
to,
when we're together. 'cause
they're
it's
trying to
just-
help you, aren't they? They're like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
yeah, what you need to do is lift your foot there and
Yeah.
do that. And you're like, yeah, thank you. And you do it, and you go, you've got no idea where I'm coming from. Because they've
They
been
just don't
3
understand.
days on, and you've been on for 6 months now.
We're 6 months on.
I'm so sore.
It's ridiculous.
I just keep forgetting
So
what we do.
I've had a few rest days here and there last week, but have you had a rest day in the last 6 days or so?
Yeah, when I
You
went to
did?
work.
Okay, yeah, that's the thing. Dan's rest days are 12-hour shifts. I remember talking to Becky with this because you're just non-stop. It's a good way to be. You've got the energy for it. But
I do and I don't have it.
It's like you're coming up with little twiggles, niggles here and there, man.
Twiggles?
Twiggles, whatever they are.
Oh yeah, I've got loads of them, man. Like
your
whole
snack
man
box?
stuff in the snack box. Hey, my shoulder,
Shoulder.
stony. That's
Yeah.
that's.
That's still there,
It's
man,
been
and
for
that's
a while,
weeks ago.
that.
That's like 3 weeks ago
Okay,
now.
but I've not done any stretching for about 7 days,
Right.
maybe longer.
Yeah,
because
that'll
everything's
do
just
it.
so intense.
I've been going to yoga, starting that back up.
You're a good boy.
Yeah, well, you should come to yoga with me, is what I'm saying.
But it's like when?
When? In the evening?
After what?
After what? I don't know.
So I finish my shift at 8
Yeah, you
p.m.
can't. On a
the
working day, you
rocks.
can't.
And then I finish my work shift at 8 p.m. on the rocks as well.
Well, just one of those days, just leave the crag earlier and come to yoga.
I don't think you get it. I can't leave the fucking crag. It won't let me.
Well, leave work early
It
then.
won't
just leave
let
work.
me paint. It follows me. It won't let me leave the crag.
Oh no. The voice.
The thing.
There's the voice inside of you. I can see it when you move, that
I'm not in control.
you're not in control. Yeah.
And this thing that's behind me hates me because I'm not as good as it
You're
wants
just
me
never
to be.
satisfied.
No, it wants me to be better than I am. So when I can't hold
It
something,
feels really deep.
it gets really fucking angry with me, and it's like, pussy.
You've got some inner demons.
And then I get to bed and it goes, you're not sleeping tonight, so you can hold that hold, boy. And I can't hold it and it won't let me sleep. And all I can think about is that climb on repeat.
Yeah.
On repeat,
On
Pete.
repeat. Repeat.
Repeat.
Tree
Tree.
Seedling peat grows into tree peat, then repeat. Good
So
Lord.
Becky and I went for a hard session at Longridge the other day,
Yeah.
and we got spanked. And then I had this little moment that was quite cute, where like I said to us, it wasn't in a bad way. We got spanked as in tried loads, failed loads, got some things.
Yeah.
And then Garrett comes along and he's like, I won the climb. She did. I found really hard and couldn't get on it.
What?
Like-
Garrick was there on Longridge Day?
No, I was talking today.
Oh, right. Sos.
He's like,
I was like, what?
yeah, Garrett was there. I forgot to tell you, he was there all day. Garrett, all day.
Garrick, all day,
All
every
day,
day.
Garrett, every day.
That should be his motto.
And which is probably the only like piece that I found of the entire. It was so hard.
Yeah.
But I came away with loads of lovely projects that are now stuck in my brain with an it's behind me going.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You're a pussy.
Well, it's funny how every now and again we sort of get a little bit obsessed with a style of climbing or a type of thing. So back in the day, it was arêtes. And we were like, right, we're going to get big into arêtes.
When was that?
That's a thing. Man, first time with Andy, I remember coming back from, was it
Fun.
Kerbar? Remember coming back from
We
Kerbar?
haven't
Where,
climbed that many.
no, I know, but we had a little phase that
Still
was like a
obsessed with them.
I'm not saying that we're not.
Are you
right?
trying to?
All I'm
You
saying
don't know
is,
what this thing is behind me. It's
just
right here now. It's looking at you and it's going. Get a grip.
we're talking about overhanging
I get
climbs
it.
at the minute a lot, and that seems to be the focus on all our practice. And the new hangers opened up with that electronic moon board type thing. It's not an actual
Just a
moon
woody.
board, isn't it? It's just a woody. What is it? 55.
45.
degree board. So it's overhanging, very steep, shitty hole. Well, a few shit holes, a few fairly okay ones. Really difficult to move on. But that's the focus of our training at the minute. And then it's like represented in when you start focusing like that, you start seeing it everywhere, and you start noticing that you're dropping climbs like that everywhere, like Devil's Gorge the other week, the overhang.
Training our weaknesses.
Training our weaknesses.
And so like we've become quite proficient at tick-tacky, straighty-uppy.
Yeah,
You put us on some straight-uppy things. We're
straight
crushing a lot
uppy
now.
things. Yeah,
A little, maybe a 5-degree incline
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
We're doing really well. Put us on the 45, 50, 60.
anything overhanging.
We get some stuff, but we're not that good.
No, really not. It's definitely our weakness. I just don't know how to move in an overhanging way, like keeping that body tension, twisting and making like. You just see people doing it so effortlessly. but
Effortlessly.
I have to think about the way my body moves, whereas on slab and stuff now, we don't even think about the way it's so flowy and just everything clicks into
Yeah,
place.
yeah.
It's lovely. Whereas it feels like I'm a beginner again moving.
Yeah.
It's quite nice, but it's difficult. Every session's a shutdown session on that board so far. But yeah.
No.
Well, no, there's wins, but it's just difficult board, isn't it?
Yeah, but I had this conversation with Sally at Longridge. And this is not against you guys or anything, but
Sounds like it's
measurement-
going to be against us.
it is, yeah. So I message,
You guys are pussies.
so I message my success as much as I can,
Yeah,
and I just don't acknowledge the failures I have.
yeah,
There's so many of them.
yeah.
And if I did,
Yeah.
I'd just dig a big hole and get in it.
Oh no, I agree
Like
with that.
at Longridge, man.
Yeah.
Becky had some battles with some climbs. I failed on like 10 times more than she did because I went and tried these things. I was like, oh, that's well out of my skill set.
Yeah.
Oh, that 5C is well out of my skill set.
But yeah, it's just trying as much as you can, isn't it? I guess. And
And we are, and you
Yeah.
are. And today, like you,
I'm not by saying getting shut down like a shutdown session. I'm not getting bogged down in that. It's just what it is
till it isn't.
till it isn't. And I got a new climb today on it. That's good. I was buzzing when I came.
You
off
got the
that.
big C.
Got the big C, which is what 6C apparently. Who
No, I have
knows
no
with that
idea what
grading?
anything is. I just want to be able to climb to the top and hold smaller things.
Yeah.
Mm.
Me too. In a
So
big
what
way.
else have you been up to, PE? Do anything yesterday?
We went on a big boy hike, maybe the second biggest walk I've ever done in my life.
Wow.
Yeah. What was it, like 18 kilometres? So not anything a massive walk, but it was a big boy walk.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're still here.
I'm still here, my legs are fine.
Telling the tale.
It was an awesome day, phenomenal.
Did you earn that Pete's Eats?
We went to Pete's Eats and we fucking earned that
We
Pete's
earned
Eats.
that Pete's Eats.
What did you get, Dan?
I just went for the first burger I've had in fucking 4.5 years or something.
Was it good?
Yeah, it's pretty good actually.
I got the same burger, but with mushrooms on
Yeah,
it.
so I
I
got
got extra mushrooms.
Bacon cheese bacon cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Which I've not had in a lot. And do you know what? Pete Eats.
Yeah, they
You
smashed it.
represent the veggie food's banging.
Yeah,
But-
it is. Yeah.
So, well, two of my school friends are not that savvy with the climbing world or hiking world.
Mm.
Like, Paul's done some Monroes in Scotland because he lives in Aberdeen.
Yeah.
And then George has done, like, a few mountains with me.
Yeah.
And he did the National 3 Peaks this year with his work.
Oh.
So, like, his experiences in the past 12 months.
Yeah, he started
So-
to smash it.
We took them up Tryfan North Ridge into
Yeah.
Bristly Ridge.
So it was me, you,
My two buddies.
You two
and then
buddies.
Scampies, Tom and Jose, Josie. What a day.
it was awesome, wasn't it?
It just makes you really, like...
Miss those sort of...
No, but it makes you connect the
mountain days.
skills you're doing.
Yeah, that as well.
Like-
It really highlights a lot of things. A lot of fun moving quite quickly through that sort of terrain when it's like
Yeah.
on Tryfan. Like it's not climbing, but it's definitely not walking, and it's very three-dimensional.
Scrambling.
That's what it's called, scrambling. Yeah, it's
not walking,
I'm a
it's
little
not running,
scramble,
it's
man.
not
It's not
swimming.
running. It's definitely not swimming, and it's not sitting at a desk. It's scrambling.
Scramble.
But it's really funny going with people that don't climb.
Yeah.
Because you start to connect the dots with actually we do some quite dangerous looking, like to people that don't climb it must look insane.
It must.
Like I remember there was a moment where there's a section on the North Ridge of Tryfan called I don't even know if it's called a chimney, but it is a chimney. You sort of get in it and like it's like probably the section that's like a grade 3 scramble, like a little bit of it. It's not super sustained, but anyway, you see it and it looks so extreme, like just that peak, that prow, that rock, and like it puts the fear in you a bit. And then me, Tom and Josie did it. I'm sat at the top, and then I look down, and you and your buddies are stood where I first saw it. And I remember thinking, I'm going to ask Dan how gnarly it looked. And you said it does look
It
super
looks
gnarly.
insane.
It's like we're just on the top of this, like.
So I've never last time I saw people on it was when I was in it, and I was like second
not the same
person in the
perspective, is it?
chain.
Yeah.
I'm watching you guys, and I had this cute moment where Paul obviously saw me, was like, and Paul was like, "The path's dead clear, mate. I can see where we're going. Just fucking go up it." So you guys had gone, and I was shouting, "Go, Pete, wait up for me,
Wait for me!
Petey!" And no one heard me. And I definitely, just thinking now, I didn't go in the chimney.
Oh,
I went
did you not?
around it.
You went around it? Oh.
It wasn't hard.
Shit.
So the chimney's like you go straight in, don't you? It's next to the rock there, and then you
No,
go around
you go
it.
around and in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't in it.
Oh, okay. Jesus.
It wasn't
you
hard.
Was it quite exposed?
For a bit, yeah. I was like, just going in. I was like,
What's nice about the chimney is that you're in it, and
Yeah.
there's rocks surrounding you, so you don't actually feel exposed or super gnarly at any point other than the top
Yeah.
out.
so I was
But
out.
you didn't do that.
And then I was thinking back to it, thinking slightly, it wasn't much harder. It was like,
Definitely did that differently.
definitely felt, and I kept saying it, didn't I? I was like, I definitely
Yeah.
did it differently. And I was thinking back to it then, and you talking about it, it's like, I didn't go in it at all.
Wow. Yeah.
So I don't know what, and there was a bit at the top where I was like, oh, there's no one here. I was like, oh, I was fine. But it was like, it's quite nice
Yeah.
being by yourself doing gnarly
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
But it was such a cute
So
little day.
funny. Yeah, it really is. It's made me miss the mountains and doing big old things. Like the sense of achievement
Yeah.
I felt walking back to the car was just massive, and I don't even know why. Just it's because it's been so long doing
I
mountains.
had one big sense of achievement, and it's a bit, I don't think the way it's selfish, but like, we looked at the time of how long it took.
Oh, yeah.
When we got to Pete Eats, it's like
Yeah.
6 hours.
Yeah.
Then I look back at the time I did it by myself.
Oh yeah,
It
the
was
same.
3
route.
hours.
3 hours. Yeah, that's crazy.
And I had just as much fun on both the days. Probably more with my mates. Like, but
Yeah.
on-
But yeah, that's insane. By yourself, just but you would, wouldn't you? Because there's no stopping, nothing. You're just going at your own pace, smashing it. Yeah, I really want a solo day. I've never had one. on the
Just do it.
mountains.
It's eye opening.
And now that I know the mountains better and the routes and stuff, like I've been to that area a lot in the past year. Like I feel more prepared for it, sort of thing.
It's the things like you just need to look out for on the route.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
to
it's
get
like
you through
milestone.
it.
Yeah. It's like the cannon, isn't it?
Yeah.
You get up to the cannon and you know the north, just follow the ridge upwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just the top of the glitters always spazzes me out, man. I just don't know
I've never seen anything like it.
I don't know what way's north anymore. Like I in general, I have a pretty, like I've done a lot of navigating, like on my travels and stuff, and I know I've always got a pretty decent sense of where things are and what direction I'm facing. But the glitters, because I've only ever done it Bristly Ridge, and then you get to the top, and then I'm looking forward. I think I'm looking at Ogwyn, but I'm actually looking at Snowdon.
But it's so funny because you know that Ogwyn's behind you because you've just.
But it doesn't-
It's been behind you for the past 2 hours, and then
I
you're
don't
on
know,
top
but-
going, "Where am I? Dan, is that Ogwyn Cottage?" It's like looks nothing like it, unless it's really far away. We've time travelled, or
Every time I'm at the top of the Glidders, I've always been a bit like.
well, you
whoa.
need to learn from that because it is.
Yeah.
Like it's not. Oh, it's quite. As long as you stay with the cairns and all, like the top of the Glidders and the Carnaday, however you pronounce that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like when the mist sets in, we've
Oh no, when I missed it.
not had many good visibility days up there.
Yeah,
you need to know which
can
way you're
get-
going.
You do need to know. Well, we got lost last time we did it. You didn't come on the day out, but went with Tom and Plummy and got completely lost. Like
I'd
the
say-
mist came in and we were all like, went with Jenny and Arthur
Yeah.
as well. And it was funny because like Tom is he's so laid back and we're all like, okay, what way do we go? Well, we'll just keep going. We'll keep going, and then we start trying to work it out a bit more. And as the day gets on, and we did it in January, so it gets dark at like 4ish, 5ish sort of thing. It starts getting dark, and it gets to 2, and we're just at the castle on the top of the Glidders, and you can see that it's not getting dark, but you're like, everyone sort of the penny drops for everyone at the same time. Like shit, actually, we need to really start thinking about getting back down now. So yeah, it is. It's just important, isn't it? That's what I'm saying.
It's important.
We got down fine. You just keep walking.
You just keep walking and don't take.
Eventually, you'll hit a road.
I tell you, it was actually amazing. Maps.me,
Maps.me.
honestly.
Okay.
So
Is that what you use?
I've never used it until this time.
Oh, okay.
I didn't really need it, but like I just tried it.
I didn't know you were using Maps.
No, it's just on the very last bit. I just looked at it because I've navigated slightly further than necessary by mistake,
Right.
and overshot a path.
Yeah.
So you always come out pretty much the same way.
Yeah.
But like this path is a little bit more well trodden, and it doesn't get any marshy bit on it. So the way that we came down yesterday was perfect. So we got to exactly where we needed to be,
Oh, I see.
and then we were going down the path, and
Yeah.
I just went on Maps.me.
Yeah.
It's the exact path,
Oh, is it? That's perfect.
and it's GPR. It's
GPS. It doesn't need
No signal.
4G or anything. Signal. Maps.me. I'm gonna get
So
that.
that's like a proper. So
That's a good little tip for all you guys out
low
there.
visibility stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
That's
I know there's
perfect,
better.
isn't
There's much more expensive things out there. It's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
free out.
it? That's awesome.
Costs
That's awesome.
nothing. And like I literally tested it out yesterday. I was just like, just for myself.
The Garmin watches have a cool thing, point-to-point location.
Yeah.
So before you get the Garmin app, and it's got like its own map thing, and you can set waypoints on the map for a walk.
That's quite cool.
And then you can't see on the watch. You can't see, so you don't take your phone with you. On the watch, it doesn't show you a map, but it just shows you a line that is your path, and a little arrow pointing to your next waypoint.
That's quite cool.
So if you set like 7 waypoints on a big old walk, you just know you're going in the right direction.
that's good for
each time.
big stuff.
That's really good for
So
big
I've said
stuff.
the next thing now is I've only
Probably
I've,
good for location of crags because you put coordinates in.
for some of the spicy ones.
Yeah.
Some of it like.
But then some of the walking. Yeah. Anyways, who knows?
Anyways.
Whatever.
So
Should we get
this
into
brings us into, and we've already touched on it a bit, but a little bit of
topic?
Topic of the week. This is the topic of the week. Ba-da-da-da-dum.
It's such a weird song.
Never get to it. We get to it every time. Topics. Destruction was the first. Like when Pete looked at me and what's the topic, I was like the word, and I've kind of touched on it.
Is destruction. I like our topics of the week at the minute because we literally just have one word and
Yeah.
and then we just go wherever it goes. But destruction is the topic of the week because we are destructed ourselves.
We self-destructed.
We self-destructed today and the other day at the hangar we've had. We're back. We're back. The manic indoor sense.
The beast.
The beast of training is back. Like we've been having these great outdoor days where we're really putting our skills to the test, and it feels like we're slowly ushering winter back in. Autumn's coming, and we're saying hello to this like
My little friend.
the little voices in our heads that just tell us to keep climbing, keep going, keep training. Like the first time I saw it was last week where we had that moon. Like you were leading the session, man. We were on the moon board. Came off the moon board. You made us do our pull up and push-up challenge, like where we do 10 minutes of like crazy, just as many pull-ups and push-ups as we can. And then we were like ready. I was done then. I was like absolutely done. We'd had like a 2 or 3 hour big session and tried hard. And then we just both upped the ante by like pushing it. What did we do? All blues? Did we do in the building?
I don't know anymore.
We did all blues in the building, and I remember it being like, it was big. It was like super hard. And then we did the same again today. Basically, we went more focus on the moon board because that seems to be what we want.
So ultimately, we are beasting ourselves again. And it's been such a long time, and it does feel good.
Yeah.
Because it feels like you earn this thing, and your body aches, and your body's aching because you've done something brutal to it.
Yeah.
But in a good way, and you know that. Like, so I talked about it with Josie while we were hiking. Talk about it with you all the time.
Yeah.
Last night, Ben came around for food.
Yeah.
And Shane Mick Crosby wasn't there.
Oh yeah,
But
Mick
Crosby,
We'll have to invite him around.
Mick Crosby come round and watch TV with us, and we'll cuddle.
We'll eat so much food, and then we'll have to go hard the next day to earn what we've
You'll
eaten.
not know who we
That's
are.
the best way to do it. I've always thought you've got to earn what you eat, but the better way is you've got to eat what you want and then earn it after. It's the better way.
I hate that.
You hated it.
Yeah.
Eat what you want and then earn
I
it.
eat what I want anyway, but like yesterday was like, I am going to eat what I want because I can't feel anything anymore. So last night Ben came round and we almost polished off an entire rainbow unicorn cake.
It was amazing.
This is fucking massive, by the way.
Guys, check out the Asda rainbow unicorn cakes.
Worth it.
Worth
With
every penny. Worth every...
Especially if you buy it for £1.50. Not for
Whoopsie.
£6. Whoopsie. But so we watched Andy Kirkpatrick. We watched a lot of stuff. We watched
yeah.
Andy Kirkpatrick's Alone on the Wall, I think it was called, one of the real rocks.
Oh man, it's so deep.
It's deep as fuck.
It's so deep. He's so, like you say, he's so articulate in such a simple, clear way. Like he doesn't, it's not like, it just gets across what he wants to say really well.
And like
doesn't it?
obviously like his mania and this, he calls it, was it his monster or his beast or this, and like how his wife talks about like she loves the him but not the climber him.
Yeah.
Like that version of himself.
Yeah.
But the version of ourselves that comes through climbing is kind of like the version we want to be.
Yeah, like we said that with Ben, it's like the best version of ourselves, isn't it?
But
since we've been into the sport.
All the scamps kind of fit the fucking demographic. Like they fit that.
Yeah, they do. Slightly crazy about outdoors and just spending
This
the days
fixation.
doing crazy stuff.
On like just doing cool stuff, but then sitting in a boulder field for 5 hours.
Yeah.
All talking and having fun, but ultimately the goal is to solve these problems. But it takes him to a whole other world where it's like
man. He was up on
18, was it 14?
18 days
18
on
day
El
rope
Cap by
solo on El
himself.
Cap, and he's talking through all these things he's working through in his head, like years of climbing,
Yeah.
and all these battles he's had and the battles he's going to have. But ultimately, he's made. So he came from a pretty deprived area. I think it was Hull,
Mm.
and he's had quite a difficult time.
Yeah.
And then
We know another climber from Hull.
what we do? AJ,
AJ,
the technician,
the technician.
Andy Jennings.
Wonder if he had a similar childhood.
I've asked him, he just doesn't share anything. I think it's too dark to know.
It's Hull, man.
Hull is dark. I ask Andy,
Never ask
is there anything
someone from
anything
Hull.
to climb in Hull? No. Are you going to go back? No. Amazing. Hull done.
Complete it, mate. You know what I really got from the Andy Kirkpatrick thing that I didn't get last time? I don't know why I didn't get it, it's very obvious, but it was really nice him talk about his relationship with his dad, and his dad was this crazy mountaineer, he's in the mountain rescue.
Yeah.
And his dad telling him things like, I love the mountains and I love you and I wish you were there with me in the mountains. And he says he doesn't remember his dad being around a lot and missing him a lot and stuff, but also having that cool relationship with his dad where he's showing him the mountains and things. And then he slowly, unknowingly, sort of grows up to be his dad and it kind of ruins his marriage as well, because he's just obsessed with these sort of rocks. But it's obsessed is the wrong word. It's much more, I don't know.
It's a bit more than that.
It's a bit more. Obsessed makes it sound quite selfish, and it is selfish. But he articulates it in such a way that I don't know. Those vibes don't come through where you just see him as this crazy guy that only is in it for him. It's more like a.
So we've got a few
deep
other
need.
strings to our bow for our identity,
Yeah.
and I don't know him. And like I know that he does a lot of like motivational spit talks, and he does some other things as well. Like,
Yeah.
but ultimately, I think at that point in his life, like, and I don't know, so it's probably not the best thing to say, but that would probably be the most defining thing, is climbing and this identity of this hardened outdoors person who can do something that not many humans can.
Yeah,
And he's doing it at a world-class level.
Yeah.
So it's very much, it is the best self that
Yeah.
he's happy with.
Yeah.
And so it's like,
It's that hunger, isn't it, to sort of get the best out of yourself.
yeah, and but then it's all quite, he has kids and it grounds
Yeah.
him quite a bit, and he wants to teach them, he wants to be better than his dad, whatever that means. But it's like, and I don't know if I see some of myself in it,
Yeah.
but not as extreme.
Yeah.
Like,
I get that.
part of my identity is my job, my
Yeah.
friends,
Yeah.
my scampiness,
Yeah.
hiking. I want a bit more to that now, where it's like, I want to do a bit of running, I want to do a bit of swimming, I want to do a bit of... But
Yeah.
it is this crazy mania, innit?
Yeah.
There's something about it that makes you just want to crush.
Yeah. There's a part of me that, just because you mentioned swimming and it linked to a few things, is since my experience in Bala, I've been I wouldn't say terrified, but I get nervous every time I think about swimming in open water. Just only a little bit of a thing. Yeah. Recently, I've been swimming more than I would usually in open water, and we had an awesome moment yesterday where we ran down that mountain. And I knew for you that running is a bit of a thing for you at the minute, where you're starting to explore thing in it. So we were maybe half a kilometre to the lake, and I remember just going, let's run down to the lake, and you following us all the way down. And then I was like, right, now it's my turn, I'm going to get in that lake. And then we both just jumped in, and really trying to master that like slight nervous fear energy. And I just want to just like eradicate it, or maybe not eradicate it, just be the master of it almost. But anyway,
Well, I saw that in your face, but then I just couldn't control the pain in my balls, man.
it was so cold, man. So cold. It was an uninspiring day to do it. It wasn't like the sun was out and we were
Dull as
like,
fuck.
it was really
What
dull,
was magical,
overcast.
we jumped in and then the sun hit Idville slabs.
Yeah, that was such a good moment, man.
We just looked at it and screamed.
Yeah, it was so. I love it because it's so primal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like we ran down it, got unchanged. We were cold, so we just did some push-ups, and then we just run into the lake. Oh,
And then
so
when I
good.
blamed that dog for stealing my sock, it was just in my bag.
I remember that. Then
Fucking dog. Stole my fucking
you always
socks.
blame dogs for everything, man. So, are there any other parts of your life that are slowly being destroyed because of your addiction to climbing?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Actually, I've found this like whole community and love of different friendships that, and we all share the mania together. So no.
Yeah, no,
I'm
not really.
fine, no.
It's hard to.
I've got my friends,
Absolutely
my real
not.
life friends from like school and that, and they're really cool and I love them and I'll know them forever.
Yeah,
But I feel like my scam friends will know part of me that they won't.
my bank account is being destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, new shoes all the time, new climbing shoes. Bought 2 new pairs of climbing pants that I can't wait. Black Diamond Notion pants. They're so comfy. So comfy.
I've spent quite a bit of money recently.
You've got the most amount of climbing shoes than anybody I know, like by far.
But I
It's
said I'll stop for a
ridiculous.
bit,
You did say that.
and I did.
But I see the twinkle in your eyes
not
when we went
looked.
into V12.
Yeah, because I bought a pair of shoes and got the wrong size. Really good deal if anyone wants some Evolve X1s. at a
Like,
good
I don't
price.
think you even know how many unused climbing shoes
don't
you've got.
know if I write
hidden
them
around.
down.
I find them hiding around. Like, I find them
Yeah, it's
in
not-
places
yeah.
that they shouldn't be. That's why I want this room that we're sat in now to be our
Yeah.
gear room. We need to put hooks up,
Yeah.
shelves up, and have our climbing stuff on it everywhere, because I'm in the toilet downstairs having a poo. I go to reach up for
That's
some
where I
bog
keep my
roll.
aggros.
I've got, there's like 2 pairs of Evolve shoes.
Yeah, just
up there.
one pair at the moment.
Well, the last time there was
Yeah,
2.
there was
Dan.
2, but now they're fine. That's where I keep
Look
my
down in
aggros.
the mop bucket. There's climbing shoes in there
there?
sometimes. Yes,
Oh.
maybe not now, but there has been in the past.
No, where they all
Climbing shoes
are.
everywhere. Round the side of the couch, round the back of the couch. There's see loads of climbing
there?
shoe boxes. Yeah. Go
And
and have
some
a
of
look.
them are Becky's, you know.
Are they?
She's just as bad as I am.
On the shoe counter downstairs, there's been climbing shoes there for like for like 6 weeks. No one's moved them on top of Tilly's pull-up thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
go
they're
look
Becky's?
now. Oh, you guys are insane. We need to put our climbing shoes everywhere, guys. It's getting to me.
I don't think you get this. I'm looking at you now.
Yeah.
Like, I need some help.
Guys, if you like the podcast, go follow it at BH Pod.
And if you like me,
Yeah.
contact Pete
at Pete_Rick. If you like me, contact Dan
Me
at
Danko Winterberg.
Winterberg. Yeah.
Yeah.